All right, we are back here with episode 5 of week 3 breakdown. You're here with the Ginger, Man Bun, and Short Stack.
Short Stack made it back for this one.
Yeah,
yeah.
we are returning back to full strength today, so this should go a little smoother.
Maybe not. Let's not get carried away.
All right, today's sponsor is Therapy Sessions with Billy. Well, it's already week 3 today, guys, and you might have a little bit of stress with playing the whole 16-game Madden season. If you do, we have the solution. Billy is a fully licensed Madden therapist with a PhD from Rutgers Rageonomics. He will take you through exercises that turn your stress into pure and calm rage fits. Throw an INT, blame the other user for cheating. Have your receiver drop a wide open pass? Curse EA and everybody who created this game. Have to play X-Dog? Buy a screen protector, because you might throw your controller through it.
All right, medical minute time, guys. We got a couple new interesting things on the injury front this week. We got big loss especially after shipping out Dalvin Cook from Minnesota. We got Josh Adams with a torn Achilles, 48 weeks IR. Yikes, that one's gonna hurt a little bit. That's gonna be a big damper in that offensive production. We also got Alex Collins of the Houston Texans with a broken tibia, a little 4-week injury. So maybe we catch a bye week in there, trim it down. But yeah, that 48-week one, that's gonna put a fork in the.
Pretty sure that's like
Vikings
Sawyer's
offense.
at least third running back anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I looked through some stats to find interesting stat of the week, and the best I could find is Darth is still the only team in the NFL that has yet to make a field goal, and it's not because he hasn't kicked any.
He is
Come on,
0 for
Darth,
2.
what are you doing? Haven't you ever heard the phrase "good as gold"? What are you doing, man? Come on. It's Robbie frickin' Gold, dude.
Okay.
We got a good old 0 for 2 going.
All right, in our first game here, we got Dose in the Bears versus Hulk in the Redskins. And Hulk's rebounding from the Geis injury to put up big yards with AP.
29 rushes, feeding him the rock, just like the good old days in Minnesota.
Running it straight at Mac. Best way not to get sacked.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Mac had a little trouble finding the end zone this week. Yeah, gotta be able. Oh wait, no, yeah, he did.
Dose.
Okay, so did he?
Dose.
Dose. But he has a touchdown, so.
Yeah, he got one with Cohen, but those are pretty lame yards with Cohen. You should probably get Montgomery out of the backfield there.
Yeah, you're gonna need to feed Montgomery the rock there. That's clearly where you're wrong in this situation.
Montgomery doesn't have a single carry. Oh no,
No carry. No carries. Shame.
Come on, Dose.
You could have at least sent him to me.
Got Ryan Kerrigan with 3 sacks too. That's certainly going to help you. Put some pressure under Rivers. He's got Rivers now. Never mind.
Yeah, I think that was
Right,
Hulk's game plan going into it. Was he was going to blitz the shit out of Rivers and just try and pressure him all day.
I feel like I remember him saying that too. So yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Hey, it worked out, but that's our first game of the week. I mean, not a huge surprise here. Like we said, Hulk's probably in the playoffs, and Dose is right on that edge, but still.
I mean, interesting NFC North here.
All right, next game we got the Bengals versus the Bills, and I'm not quite for sure why it's not showing, but I think Dalvin Cook had a big day for his debut for the Bills. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh no, only 71 yards. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's
God,
all right.
but he had Corey Grant for 41 yards on 3 carries, Jay Brown for 43 yards on 1 carry. God, he was just busting big ones on the ground.
Holy buck. It's an absolute meltdown for Andy Dalton. 6 interceptions. Yeah, that's not going to win you any football games. Do you any favors.
Absolutely not.
God, I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's just brutal.
Got to tip my hat to Lancer on this one. He's finding a way to make it work with the Bills, and that's not an easy task. So good for you, Lancer.
Yeah, that's a big win for Lancer, getting that first one on the board after missing the first 2 weeks with being out of town. So maybe this will right his season and he can compete in that pillow fucking fight over in the AFC East.
Well, you gotta remember though, he also shipped Josh Allen off, so those kind of performances might go downhill.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh, yeah, ballsy decision. All right, next we got the Broncos versus the Packers. We got Xavier and the new. Was this the new guy? Was he here for this?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think it was.
Oh, dude, new guy. Not doing a good showing here. I thought we were bringing in more talent. We need somebody to challenge X.
Damn. Fucking throwing the shade already.
Holy shit,
yeah,
Rogers with 400 yards.
19 completions.
Devontae
Holy
Adams,
shit.
if you look 2 more lines down, bud.
Holy shit, 241 yards. Pushing them stat
All
caps,
right.
were we? Oh, and then the
Thanks to,
4-sack Clark. Holy shit.
Yeah, Green Bay came to play besides that rushing total.
God, that is just
Who
brutal.
needs to rush the ball when you're putting up 400 yards through the air? That's 2015 Green Bay if I've ever seen it.
Right. No, not 15. It was the 2011.
Oh.
Why was I thinking 15? I don't know why I was
15's
thinking
when
15.
we were good with Lacey and had a defense.
That's
That's
yeah.
Bostic year.
Well, I mean that's pretty.
The Bostic here.
That's pretty brutal start for the new guy, but I mean, trust me, you'll get some wins. You'll find some pancakes here and
9
there.
rushes for 30.
He said he was having some internet problems
Ooh.
on one of his other games, so it could be in a factor.
Lindsey 9 rushes, 34 yards. Yeah, that average isn't going to do you any favors, buddy.
Hey, at least if he's continuing to cheese font, so he'd making Day proud.
Exactly.
Not making me proud. He's making my job fucking harder for rookie of the year. He needs to stop that shit.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
I'm sure you're fine. All right, we got the Dolphins versus the
Ooh.
Cowboys. Oh,
Big goose egg.
Biz over here just fucking cheesing the shit out of Elliott again. 24 more rushes and still barely over 100 yards. What are you doing?
Why is Dallas and Cowboys all capitalized and Miami Dolphins isn't? That's my main takeaway from
America's
this.
team.
Ask Daddy Leagues. I couldn't tell you. God, this is 27
Trading
yards
for,
passing.
Fournette. Only 5 completions, man. He was trying to pound the rock, apparently.
God,
Not really. 6 rushes.
His backup
Biz just hogged the ball the whole fucking game.
His second running back, Kenyon Drake, had 13 attempts for only 15 yards and a long of 10.
Oof. Fucking Biz have 2 clock on in those 24 rushes.
Yeah, if you're gonna come up against Biz here, you're gonna have to stack the box because he's feeding Elliott the rock. He's putting him in some serious injury crosshairs here with how many carries he's giving him.
Right, he's gonna get to week 15. That bitch is gonna be done.
I will say if the Dolphins are just going to rely on this running game where they have, let's see, 20 attempts rushing and only 8 passing, you're probably going to have to throw some deep balls or something every once in a while to get them to back off and not just stack the box.
Yeah.
Blitz every play.
All right, next we got the Giants and the Bucks. We got Gunn and Jordan. Damn, our boy Jordan coming up to play again. Holy
Big
shit.
shootout there. Not a lot of defense in that game, but
Yeah, 4 interceptions on Jordan's side.
God.
yeah, he told me that they came up with a big one in the end zone too, not in the game.
It looks, judging by a gun stat line there, South looks like just got hit by a few big plays. There's only 7 completions for those 250 yards.
Holy shit, Gunn, you're fucking cheesing more than fucking Sin
Like,
over here.
Those tackles.
It's like 35 to 40 yards, 35-ish yards per
Here
catch.
you go. After Golden Tate, his receiver stat lines are Sterling Shepard, 1 catch, 51 yards. B. Fowler, the third, 1 catch, 40 yards. Ingram, 1 catch, 22. And Barkley, 1 catch, 20.
I think Jordan started to figure out the X Factor mojo. Here we got Mike Evans with 9 receptions for almost 200 yards and a touchdown. So
Dude,
learning how to utilize those weapons, man. That's really what this game comes down to.
I'm pretty sure Jordan jumped out to a big lead, but Gunn almost managed to make the comeback on him. Big play style.
Big play style, man. That's how we do.
I mean, Jordan's making the push. He wants to be considered top elite of the Iowegians. Fucking Rogue might be the worst one now.
3-0, bitch.
You're not even going to mention
Actually,
that I
the worst
lost
of-
to you?
That too.
Okay, so now we got the Lions versus the Eagles. He's kind of fallen off the Matthew Stafford hype train after that Week 1 performance. I'm kind of disappointed.
Big Week 1 performance, and it's all been downhill from there. Another week
He'll play
with more
good against Mac.
Another week with more interceptions than touchdowns. That's definitely not the winning formula here at MLA. You got to take care of the ball if you want a chance to win.
And that Edo Smith rushing.
Yeah.
Finally went off.
But you're going to have to start stacking the box if it comes down to that. Make him beat you through the air.
The
If
amount
you're getting torched that bad on the ground,
I mean, I know Sean's got a fantastic offensive line, but the Detroit's got one of the most, I think, run-stuffing D lines in the league. They got Flowers, Daniels, Snacks, Harrison, and
Yeah.
that other DT hand from
It's about the only
Alabama.
good part of the Lions team.
Pretty much. Slay.
I was gonna say also, if this is really surprising, how many teams are winning with so few passes, 7-13. Like running the ball is definitely a key to victory this year, unlike the past few.
Let's turn that shit down. I need more interceptions.
That's what I'm telling you, boys. To stack the box, make them pass against you. That's
All right.
If you're relying on your defense to run stop, man, you're Yeah.
And the turnover. Damn. Pomp was having some issues, wasn't he?
oh pump.
I mean, I will say to fucking discredit all the haters, 2 of those were to Sandejo. My fucking shitty safety trade is paying off.
Harrison Smith, those forced fumbles, not going to mention that.
I mean, that did help. Well, Pomp's, both of his touchdowns, one was a pick 6 and one was a fumble return for a touchdown.
I was wondering where those came from.
Yeah. My defense got roasted the first drive, and then besides that, Harrison Smith just kind of took over and started forcing fumbles. I think I recovered all 4 of those.
So what you need out of your X factors, man. I still haven't gotten Earl Thomas up to speed.
Well,
But that's because I can't stop the fucking run.
Enforcer's not an X factor.
Well,
Super
see-
ability. It's always active.
Sin, what you got to do is threaten to trade him, and then he goes, "Oh fuck, I got to make sure that this dude knows I'm worthful,"
Oh.
and he forces 4
Is that-
fumbles.
Is that why
I put him on the-
Neal was good since the very beginning? Because I was trying to trade him to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you threaten to trade the X factor, they play better. It's all
I put him on the-
psychology.
I put him on the block for like 30 seconds after they told us we could trade old X factors.
See, but he knew you were joking. You got to make a serious, legit effort.
I actually
you gotta
sent
get
the
him
trade
scared.
offer to Ginger.
14 for 22, huh?
I'm really glad you didn't accept that, by the way.
Oh gosh, yeah. And then also you see the P Ryan, 6 for 40. I got my running back. Don't worry, boys.
6 for 40, huh?
6 whole rushes, huh? Woo.
Well, Adams tore his ACL in like the 3rd.
Oh. We'll see.
Ooh,
I'm
Pomp,
gonna
you
another week.
need to feed AB the ball more, man. 3 receptions, come on. You gotta learn how to cheese that motherfucker. You gotta take all advantage all you can in Oakland with what you're up against.
X Factor receivers don't work.
X Factor receivers do not work. I'm on that bandwagon. We'll trade Thielen in the offseason.
We'll
All
see
right.
who anyone
We
who's
got
listening.
Rams versus the Browns. Justin versus Scrubbo. Was this a sim? I can't.
Sim.
It was? Okay. Well,
Yep.
damn. In the sim, Baker showed up to play. I'm not going to spend much time on it, but damn, that's just some impressive stat lines from her sim.
Fuck,
Yeah, I
this is
kind
next
of
slide.
just holy shit.
All right.
Todd
Lucky
Gurley showed
there's
up
no
too.
such thing as a both force loss button.
They
Yeah.
had Todd Gurley there, 10 rushes, 122 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's pretty impressive, too. Yeah, you can't knock that, but yeah, who cares? It is a
Nothing
sim.
impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys, the more sims you have, the less fun this becomes. So play your fucking games and quit holding up the goddamn league.
Oh, shit. Getting hostile in
Someone's
here.
doing the itch fit in Discord yesterday.
It's literally week fucking 3, people. Get your shit together.
All right, boys. We got the Texans, the Chargers. This is probably the next one right below the game of the week for me personally. You got Solar and Mac coming in. Oh, dude, Mac.
All right, I'm looking up the stat line, but that rushing total for Soler, I'm gonna need to check that out further.
Here I got you. It is
I'm already doing it.
Soler only had 17 yards rushing with his running back for 4 attempts.
So it's just
Soler's
a
not-
touchdown.
Seller's having a lot of trouble with his offensive line, especially against that stout front 7. And
Oh, and
Los
San Diego.
Angeles.
Oh yeah, L.A. No, not San Diego anymore. Fucking traitors.
I know that he's in a serious pinch for offensive linemen right now, and I think it's coming back to haunt him against the good teams.
Mac is playing good with Taylor though. Taylor for MVP. You're making my Tyrod proud.
Mac, you stole Short Stack's fucking strategy every other Madden. Trade for Taylor and use him.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor is my quarterback, you motherfucker.
Mike Williams, 3 receptions, 72 yards and a touchdown. Jump ball game with Mike Williams, 10 out of 10 recommend. Good job.
Hated that guy.
All right, now we go to the Titans versus the Jags. Kuski and fucking MJD. What do you expect? MJD's getting that
MJD
cheese on.
He played the computer.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
well,
had other stuff going on this week, so
I'm not even gonna fucking pay attention then. Cheese on the computer. What do you expect?
yep.
All right, next.
Did you
you
really
got-
throw him 3 interceptions?
Yeah, the computer threw him 3 interceptions.
God damn.
All right, you
Good
got
for you.
Falcons versus the Colts. Rogue versus Freak. This Freak? Yeah, I think it's
Yep.
Freak.
Jeez, did you really have to insult him with the 50 burger, man?
Oh,
God
dude, he
damn.
was cheesing the fuck out of him at the end of the game. It was just straight disrespectful. Like
10 completions for 3 yards, dude. What the fuck? Or 3 touchdowns. Blah, not yards.
like you should honestly have gotten a suspension for this
Hey.
bullshit.
That's fucking balanced, man. You got 15 rushes, 15 passes.
What the fuck
you
you mean
doing?
X Factor receivers don't work? 4 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown? Get the hell out of here with that shit.
One catch was like 60 of those yards.
53 to be exact.
There you go.
Although he's getting the Heinz cheese going. Like I loved that guy. I wanted him so bad, but I mean, Freak understood the value.
I think we all tried to make a play for Heinz before the season started. So
Freak was doing a little bit of stat pad at the end of that game with some Texas routes. But he still
Oh,
played well
please
behind.
shut up. We don't want to listen to you complain about fucking beating down people.
And
Gotta
Neil
do
was
what you
being
gotta do,
bullshit,
man.
By the way, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Oh yeah, the guy with 3 picks. Like fucking.
No, I said Neil.
Oh, Neil? Oh, nobody knows about Neil. Nobody cares about Neil. He doesn't make stat lines. All right, then you got Billy and Xavier. No, not Xavier. Who the fuck?
Tesla.
Tesla. Playing the Patriots and Jets. This is a lot closer than it should have been because Tesla made a push to come back at the end of the game. Billy was up a lot, but he ended up holding off the Tesla push there at the end.
120 yards. He's trying to keep this prediction alive.
hey, he's trying to feed them. Like, hey, my prediction's going a lot further than yours is this year. I'll tell you that much.
All right.
In all fairness, his is on the injury list.
Hey, I took that into consideration.
I mean, also,
I didn't.
Rogue's really letting me down in the fucking passing game, not even doing shit.
Rogue. Damn. Fucking, I thought we were past my game.
No, I'm saying with the MVP
Alright.
predictions. Yeah, because I picked MVP.
Oh. Yeah, I can't throw the ball.
But yeah, I mean, this is a really conservative game. Billy didn't really get shit through the air, but he's pounding that ball with Le'Veon. He's basically taking the biz route.
Yeah, that's just I'm the rock man. Ooh my.
Oof.
Oh,
Next,
cranky.
Man, Crank is
Crank.
having a rough match.
Crank. I'm just gonna tell you this: put Hakeem Butler in, number 1 receiver. Throw a ball
Yeah.
to Hakeem Butler. Hakeem Butler will get you 200 yards a game. You'll win. That's all you need to
Damn.
know.
I think those first couple weeks really took a shot on his confidence airing the ball out. He's got 16 rushes for 29 yards. That's some serious dedication for some serious lack of production there. That's
Fucking Luke must be showing his shit in the middle linebacker spot.
Oh,
must be.
also, Tanner had 11 rushes for 79 yards on CMC. He's just putting
Yeah.
Blount in to get those TDs.
Apparently. Goal line back, man.
Efficient. All right. Next, we got the Saints and the Seahawks. Terry coming up with the W over Mass. Was this an actual game?
I believe this was a set.
Okay, damn. I was
Yeah,
about
let
to
that
say.
bring stat line
I was about to say Terry putting up 5 TDs, but never mind then. Is that stat cap? Did the computer just stat cap Terry?
No,
You
I think
can
you can get 5.
You can get 5? Oh, okay. Well, then we won't spend much time on this. And always a good game watching X-Dog dick Darth. I mean, Darth finally showed his true colors here with
God
Coleman, only
damn.
22 yards.
Yeah.
Apparently we're
Damn.
throwing shade at Darth.
I've been throwing shade at Darth every freaking, podcast.
Darth is bragging about that average.
X-Dog 22 for 27. Yeah, that's just methodical.
Oh, also to answer the age-old question, he uses Bush, who's like 90-something speed, and it was just insane. I watched this game. Darth had like two receivers getting covered by Bush at the same time. It's just dumb. It's going to be hard to pass on X-Dog this year.
Not to
Hey, my
Marquise
linebacker
Goodwin.
it's looking good.
Not
Wait,
to
no, I think
Marquise
Tom.
Goodwin.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Tom, do better.
Okay, guys. And the game of the week, the Cheese Bowl. Ravens versus Chiefs. It did
Ugh.
not disappoint. You got Marquise Brown with 4 receptions for 214 yards and Hill with 6 receptions for 166 yards.
I
Oh,
heard there was a
God.
dodgeball involved.
This game has kind of a little asterisk by it. I do feel bad about what happened. We played it and then randomly got disconnected from the A servers. He had all the momentum going in, and then just second time around, did not work out in his favor at all. I had all the rest of the momentum, and it was it didn't go as well for him.
I mean, I also noticed you have that Lamar Jackson 68 yards and a TD cheese.
Read options, man.
I'm sure
That's not even me running out of passes. That's just read options.
Oh gosh, but I mean, yeah, this game did not let down. Besides the DCs that kind of suck, yeah, you expected the ball to get thrown over the top of the lot, and that's what it did.
I heard there was a dodgeball ball. That's all I gotta say.
All
May or may
right.
not.
And Daddy League's players of the week are Ito Smith with that beautiful stat line. I will give a shout out to Adams for having a pretty big game over there in Green Bay, and then Harrison Smith with the 4 forced fumbles really carried my team to victory over Pomp.
And if you actually look at Madden, it was my user linebacker and Fuck Ginger's safety, and it wasn't Ito Smith either. It was Devontae Adams and his 241 yards.
I said that. Well, not your linebacker part. Nobody cares about that. And the game of the week 4, we got Shark and the Bengals going to X-Dog Steelers. If Shark can pull up the upset here, like, this would be a big win for him. Getting that 1 W on X is always a huge thing, especially when it's a division game.
Hey, if he can pull this off, and in a couple weeks, it could be a 3-way tie for 1 losses in the division because Nick and X-Dog's coming up.
It'll be a fun AFC North this year. Scrubbo's 2-1 as well. So
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, it could be interesting AFC North. Kind of the exact opposite of the AFC East this year. All right, I think that's all for our podcast today. Hopefully, we get some good games next week. Maybe see some upsets and get some good commentary.
See you boys next week.